Okay. So as a reminder to everybody, when I start talking, big game and we're getting a little bit excited about winning, it's important to realize what we have control over and what we don't. Did I have control over entering this trade? Like the actual price that I executed? Yes. Do I have control over how big of a risk I put on? So if I go too big, I can mess up the trade because now if I'm in drawdown, the losses are so big that it'll start to mess with my psychology. So controlling the risk and controlling the entry are the only things in my hands. How fast the market moved, what the R&R was when the market moved, none of those are in my control. Understanding what you have control over and what you don't is the best way to avoid frustration in trading. Because if you're expecting the market to do something, like let's say I'm expecting the market to go up, do I have any control over that? The answer is no. So why would I put so much emotional weight on I need the market to go do this when I have no control over it? Don't stress over shit that you physically cannot control. That's the easiest way to be miserable in life. But the easiest way to be productive and happy and to really just make progress is to find out what is in my control and put 1,000% of your focus on that, as opposed to trying to split it up amongst, a lot of uncontrollables. With the US 30 trade, how fast it moves, how far it moves in one session, and then how many levels it breaks, these are all a function of the market's decisions. So I know, and I want to say this because when you see me get excited about trading, when we're catching these trades, and you see me taking what seems to be credit for the winning trade, I'm taking credit for my decision to enter, my decision to hedge, and the lot sizes I used that allowed me to hold this trade long enough. I'm priding myself on the trade management. When did I close profits? When did I take partials? When did I secure my trade or secure break even? Everything other than that is up to the market. So don't ever get an ego to the point where when you have a winning trade, you take credit. When you have a losing trade, you're going to have to take the full blame, as opposed to accepting that it's part of your trading plan. Make sense? Now, with that being said, the reason I wanted to preface that is because I'm about to talk my shit, and I feel like it's only appropriate. US 30 trade, absolutely crushing from yesterday. Absolutely crushing. All right, come on. Come on, guys. We talked about phase one, phase two, phase three yesterday. Where are we at? Talk about phase one, phase two, but talk about a savage phase three. Talk about a savage phase three. Oh my God. All right, consolidation, fake up, fake down, break and retest, continuation. How many times did it come back to touch the entry? 4 or 5. Okay. We had the first entry here at the wick. Market shot up, came back down a few times, and then we had on the 1 hour or the 30-minute, we had one touch. This is the original trade that kicked me out of my entry. I had an entry right at the body, kicked me out. Second opportunity, third opportunity, fourth opportunity. This candle came in, I entered and moved to break even. It hit me again. I had to re-enter the trade 3 times. But eventually, patience pays. So what's the lesson here? The lesson here is that the pattern was valid, the location and the structure was valid, the trade idea was valid, but timing is a key. If you want the market to move on your time and you want it to move right now, you'll always close trades early, you'll be impatient, it'll move less than 1-to-1 and you'll just start to want to close it. So that's why it's important to, let's count this up actually, and let me give you a realistic understanding of how long these trades take. We took the first entry right here. That's 30 minutes, an hour, hour 30, 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours of the market consolidating before it finally moved. After the 4th hour, you have 4.5, 5 hours, 5.5, 6 hours. So we we waited for 4.5 to 5 hours. The market did nothing but just keep playing our entry. And then in the span of an hour and a half, it made this whole push. That's trading. 90% of the time, we're waiting for something. 10% of the time, the market is moving, we're executing, we're doing trade management. If that's not you, if you guys are doing 90% of the time, you're expecting the markets to move, 90% of the time, you're taking trades or messing with trades, you're not doing it right. 90%, the market will consolidate most of the time. Play around at the entry, play right above your entry, go in your direction, and then start playing around. 10% of the time, we're catching real moves. You have a decision to make, and very crucial to understand that breakdown. Okay. What we're going to talk about today on today's live stream is obviously I'm going to cover the trades from this week. We're going to take a few good trade opportunities if they present themselves. I haven't even found a trade opportunity yet. I'm out here explaining something, and I'm about to show you guys how to do this in about 15 seconds because we got 4 minutes until the market open. I'm going to show you how to find a trade idea and how to capitalize on it in a few minutes. But what we're going to talk about is the Federal Reserve's dilemma and then what they're likely to do over the next 2 meetings. Okay, which is basically I'm expecting no rate cuts, and that's going to cause stocks to come back down because everybody's expecting the 7 rate cuts this year, the 5 rate cuts, whatever the market is pricing in. None of that's happening. We're doing 4, maybe even 3 rate cuts, and that's it. So we're going to talk about that as well. Shane said a work of art. Yup. W's. Yeah. So if we just talk about the NASDAQ trade from Wednesday's session, it just does not get better than this. All right. Am I still holding both of those trades? The answer is yes. Here's the US 30 trade. Here's the nasty NAS100. And this is why we leave a running position. Because I've already taken partial profits on both of these, the swing trade right here and the trade from Wednesday. Look, this is a 0.5. I originally had 5 lots on this. So I've cut 95% of the trade off. This thing is still floating close to 200 bucks. Just floating. Like, I don't even care about these trades. I couldn't tell you if they're still on or not, but they're still floating. That one's floating 200 bucks. This one's floating 220. This is only a 0.4. And the only reason I keep shaving partial profits is just because it keeps ripping. And the bigger of a position size that you're holding through sessions, the more swap you're going to have to incur. And that's just the only fee that I pay on FTMO, which is swaps. Partial is booked again. Same here, small runner. They pay. Walter, I'm telling you they pay. I'm telling you they pay. Okay. But the US 30 entry, I think, is the best one for the week. I've been telling you guys that I keep finding these US 30 trades, and I'm kind of disappointed I'm not taking them. And so yesterday I made the executive decision to take that US 30 trade, and obviously it played out very well. Now let's talk about some potential trade ideas for NASDAQ before this market really starts moving. First, we go up higher time frames. Higher time frame, we see the market has broken out of these previous highs, and we've already established a bullish range. So buyers are definitely in control. Now, what happens when we have a break of structure is typically I want to see a retest back inside the structure. I want to see price form higher lows, and then I want to see a continuation. The question is, where's the market going to come back to? And that's actually a pretty easy question to answer. Hold on. That's a pretty easy question to answer. If I delete everything and I just look at lows and highs, I notice that we have a floor right here, and then we have this beautiful expansion. So just sort of like a rough idea that I'm looking for would be a pullback about 90% of the way and continuation. Now, the issue is that we have not formed a clear high just yet. I know this is the daily, but we got to form here. Let me get down to the 4-hour here. So I guess we do have a high now. So we have the body of the candles and this floor right here. We have the high, measure the fib from body to wick. 16,733 is the entry. Go ahead and put that on. Stop loss below the wick, lowest hanging fruit right here. And just like that, a good 3.7 to 1 R&R trade opportunity in about 30 seconds. Cool. Another way to do this, just to verify a second zone, is I kind of showed you guys this in the masterclass. Showed you guys this in the masterclass. It's the breakout technique with your fib. This is the previous range right here. The market dropped, came up to the 88.6 and had all these rejections. Then it broke through the 88.6. So what I'm going to do is measure my Fibonacci from top to bottom. Here's the 88.6. The market has broken the highs. Very good chance that we just come back down to this area right here, to 16, 830, 830 to 16,900 area, and then continue to the upside. So we're either going to have this medium retracement or this deep retracement. I prefer the deeper retracement as close to this buy area as possible. However, we don't get to control the markets, and if the market only gives us a small pullback, we'll have to take whatever we can get. Okay? So just to kind of summarize that, medium retracement or full deeper retracement. And we'll be able to tell. If the market comes all the way through the zone and then wicks up, we know it's doing the medium retracement. If it comes through the zone and then just closes here, without a wick, without a rejection, just closes inside the range, it's got a few more candles to go before it reverses. All right, very straightforward stuff. Alexander Bukur, so much truth. I lost Wednesday half of my account that I built over 3 weeks of consistency. And let's be honest, that's typically how trading goes. Like trading is, if you slip up once, if you slip up on a random day, you could undo months and months of progress. So when I do personal coaching with the Chart Addicts members, what I try to focus on is that one day that your alter ego is going to show up and fuck up all your progress. What makes that one day? And everybody has a different makeup. Everyone has a different like thing that makes them tick. I had to figure out exactly what triggers me into those bad decisions. And I'll be real, if I could summarize it into a very simple understanding, it's that once you break a single rule, that opens the door to breaking the rest of them. Nobody ever breaks a bunch of rules in a row, and then now you're over leveraging and over trading. And it all starts with one rule that gets broken. Why? If I tell you, like, okay, this is going to be don't take this disrespect, but if you tell a kid, don't touch that thing on the table or else, bad, like the police are going to show up and you're going to go to jail. You're trying to scare the kid. And the kid is now terrified. So he'll never break the rule. One day you're out of the house, goes, touches the thing. Guys in suits don't show up. He doesn't catch on fire. Kid's still there. He's going to look at you like, what if I can break my rules? Like nothing's going to happen to me. So if you take your rules very seriously, you're telling yourself, I don't break my rules no matter what. And then one day you break the rules. You don't catch on fire. You don't lose the account. You actually make some money. You get rewarded for the bad behavior. Now what happens? You just open up the door to make one bad decision. Now you're like, well, breaking the rules is not the end of the world. So I can go break a few more. Now you're supposed to stop at 3 losses. Now you're at 4 or 5. You're supposed to stop at negative $500 in a day, but you're just going past it because you're like, yeah, I can break my rules, but it's not the end of the world. You know, I'll be fine. Cool. Okay. I'm actually going to get in here and see if I'm missing something because I think I am. What am I missing? I'm missing my indicator right now. All right, I don't have time for the indicator, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Today's the 19th, right? Okay, so all right, here's my pre-session consolidation, 3:30, 7:30. Okay, so here's that pre-session consolidation. If that's the floor, if I draw it from this floor, we haven't hit the 88.6, but we're very freaking close. This is one of those like very, very close type trades. If I draw it to the bottom of the range, which I actually prefer to do here, we're still a good ways away. But this fib actually looks more accurate to me because whenever I'm drawing a Fibonacci retracement sequence, you always have to verify that the market price action is respecting these zones. So you guys can see that the floor of this area right here, of this distribution area right here, the floor is right at the 38. You can see that the 78 is support and resistance right here. You can see the 61 being used as resistance, resistance, resistance. And so the market is respecting this fib sequence. And so I believe that it's valid as of right now. But we still haven't hit the 88.6. So waiting for that entry. That's going to be my buy entry for the quick. Very straightforward stuff. Come on. Why is my internet being so slow? Josh says, Roy, do you ever trade gold? Not anymore, no. I used to trade primarily gold and S&P 500, and then I realized that when I did my FX book analysis, that gold was drawing down my account the most. So I stopped trading gold and I switched out S&P 500 for NAS100, and I have not looked back ever since. Is this going to be one of those days where I miss a trade trying to squeeze out the last few pips? We're about 26 points away. If we just think about the R&R difference, like 3.7, solid opportunity. If I enter right now, 1.4. That doesn't even include taking partial profits. This is just straight up. If I hold the trade all the way from start to finish, Brian says, I don't like the spread on gold. Well, that just depends on the broker or the platform you're using. If you're not happy with the fees associated with trading an instrument, find a new platform to trade on because that's how they compete. They compete over spreads, they compete over fees, they compete over commissions and swaps. So, but just understand there's a trade-off with everything. So if you have an account that has great trading conditions, low spreads, then you're probably gonna have to pay more in commissions. The broker is gonna make their money somehow. So if you have great execution, you're probably gonna have higher fees on the outside. Just a heads up. But you ain't lying, Nick. Yeah, I took gold off my watch list. No more toxicity in 2024. Kay said it treated me worse than my ex did. Yo, that's crazy. Damn. Nick, I've been seeing you on Twitter, bro. Just the only thing I'm gonna say is take your finger off the trigger. Taking too many freaking trades, not really knowing why you're taking the trades. Take your finger off the trigger, man. Only take the trades off this live stream. If I don't take a trade, don't take a trade. This is not financial advice. Do your own analysis, but I'm trying to lead by example here. And if anybody is watching this is struggling with their trading, and you're just out here doing your own thing, taking your own trades, and not taking these ones, like that's just honestly clown behavior, right? You have no credibility with yourself to go out here and take on those trades by yourself. And I'm not talking about you, Nick. Now I'm talking to everybody. But if you're not getting the results you want, you don't have the skill. So stop trying to force these accounts. Come trade with us. Come learn a strategy. Do anything except for just keep shooting. Take your hand off the trigger. Too much collateral damage. I executed twice today, and both hit TP. Brother, should I pull up your Twitter or not? Let's not. Come on. Trading is not about today. Trading is about a sequence. And if this is a pattern that's happening, we got to nip the pattern in the bud before it gets worse. But obviously, the choice is up to you. God knows that our bank accounts are not joined, my friend. Whatever you decide to do is on you. Okay. I will not discuss my personal scheduling plans. but I appreciate you for asking. All right, US 30 retracement coming in hot. Let's see what we have here. Go around the horn here. What do you guys know? What do you guys know? Gold hit the 2008 price target and reversed all the way back up. I still believe that gold is bearish because I'm obviously bullish on the dollar, but this is pretty straightforward here. This, I believe, is going to be pushing further to the downside. I'm not trading gold. Take that with a grain of salt, but that's what it is. Bro, you mind checking GJ? I think there might be good sells today. Selling GJ is just not even something I'm going to entertain. All right, guys, stop trying to trade against the market. If it's been going up for a long time and you keep missing buys and you're like, oh, I know what I should do. Instead of waiting and being patient and waiting for a pullback, I'm going to start shorting in a bullish market. Guys, why the fuck do we want to keep doing this? Like, why? Like, the market is very clearly bullish as fuck. Everything, fundamentals, technicals, everything. And you're like, well, I don't have the patience to wait for the next pullback so I can trade it. So I'm just going to start shorting at levels where I think it's going to turn around. What the fuck does that make sense? I guarantee most of you who have ever blown accounts have done it because of trying to catch a high. Oh, this has got to be it. This has got to be it, right? No, the fuck it's not. Next one. Oh, this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Nope. Try again. Oh, it's at the extension level. This has got to be it. It has to turn around. Bro, the market's overextended, bro. Bro, the market's overbought, bro. Oh, this has got to be it. No, it's not. Why? Because the trend is very clearly going up. And so you buy in a bullish market. Fuck. Sorry, guys. Got a little frustrated here. You just trade with the trend. What are we doing, people? Says GJ been going up since the 90s. Yeah, and let's look at the yen index. Let's look at the Japanese yen basket. Right? Like, which way does this thing look like it's going to go? Now, we are at the lows here, so it might be due for a pullback. Yeah, it might be due for a pullback, but I don't care. Look at the yen index. This thing only knows one way, right? And if the yen index is going down, that means GJ and UJ are going up, and so is Euro JPY, right? Come on now. Do you think it's waiting on news? Do I think what is waiting on news? Damn, bro. Please, please don't let this be one of those days. Like, this is the third time this has happened this year. And that was right at the market open, too. Too much talking. It's all good. Markets always retest. Only thing is, we might have to wait a while for the retest, but I'm respecting my time this year. So if I see this thing start moving and I realize it's going to take another hour and a half for the retest, I'm not going to be here hanging out waiting for that. Alarms for the retest? Yeah. Guys, it's Friday. I've had an incredible week, and so I'm not going to, yeah. I'm not going to be forcing this trade. So these questions are dumb? Yeah, you're fucking telling me. Bro, I get on here every day just praying that somebody has an intelligent question or that I can actually use my intelligence for something. And it's just like, oh, what broker do you use? Like, and I'm not trying to be no, I am trying to be disrespectful. It's like, stuff, bro, y'all could get that shit from literally any one of these mouth breathers on social media. Ask me a real fucking question. Ask me something that actually matters. Like, I don't know. Who gives a fuck? All right. We are opening up the group chat again for the VIP members, but we're only opening it to folks who have completed the NAS100 masterclass or who have done coaching with us. So if you've done either of those two things, you're going to have an opportunity to get in the group chat and to be part of the daily conversation. The reason that we're trying to be selective over who comes in is because the conversations have to stay high level. When I open up the Discord, I don't want to have a bunch of like 100 messages with shit that has nothing to do with trading, 100 messages with people just like, oh, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. No, in our chat, obviously not everybody's at the same kind of level with trading, which is perfectly fine, but everybody's headed in the same direction. Folks are competent. And so when you throw out a markup, there's a lot of people that can come give feedback. It doesn't just rely on me. And that I think is the best environment for anyone to grow. Now, if we bring in random people who don't have any alignment with us, who are not serious about their trading, in one day, out one day, they're going to be like, where's the next signal? Where's the entry? Did we already enter? Did we already enter? What do you mean, did we already enter? Look at the fucking chart. What do you think we did? Right? So if that's you, if you're a serious trader, if you're committed to trading for the long term, go through one of the programs, either the NAS100 masterclass to learn the strategy from start to finish, or one of the coaching programs, which we're not really offering anymore because it's already halfway through January. So either one of those, you can get a chance to get in the group chat. You get a month free with the masterclass to check it out as well. So if you complete all the contents of the masterclass, you'll have access to the group chat for free. US 30 longs at 37,464. What do I think about that? Like the 88.6 right here. It's possible, but I don't really like this. Like, I mean, it's possible, but this is too high up. Why? Because location is everything to me. The structure is we have a box, correct? This is literally what I teach, and everybody's like, well, Roy was talking too much about boxes. It's like, well, maybe somebody should have paid attention. Here's the buys. Here's the sells. Are we closer to buys or sells? Trick question. The answer is we're smack in the middle. So if you want to trade in the middle, is it possible to have a rejection here and then go up? Of course it is. But I want to buy here, and I want to sell here, and I want to ideally do nothing in the middle. Make sense? And obviously, to each their own. You guys want to trade the middle, have at it. Just not for me. It's a great price. Don't get me wrong, Lessman. You're going to get a reaction right there. You're going to get some smaller time frame reaction right here. Whether it makes a full continuation or not, it's not the highest probability trade for that. It's possible, but not, not the highest probability trade. Neither is this one. We're at all-time highs. We're here forming this microstructure on the 30-minute, assuming that these are, solid structural levels. But at the end of the day, still holding. So it's still valid. Bada boom, boom, boom. Roy, how do you find the balance between realistic versus delusional optimist? Well, that's a good fucking question. There we go. Delusional optimism, I think, is a prerequisite. So there's 3 requirements that I see in successful people. Number 1 is delusional optimism. Actually, delusionally optimistic and pragmatic at the same time. So I think I'm just leave it here for now. So if you look at a delusional optimist, so an optimist is someone that sees the odds stacked against their favor and still chooses to look at the bright side. So there's a 90% chance that you're going to fail at trading, Roy. All I heard was there's a 10% chance I can succeed at trading, dude. Right? So the optimism is looking at the glass half full versus half empty. Delusional optimism is looking at something in the face of a 95% losing rate on a prop firm and saying, all right, cool, I'll be part of that 5%. Right? So it does require a little bit of delusional optimism. For Elon Musk to believe that he can create electric cars and bring on the electric car revolution is a little delusional at first. You're crazy until it works, right? So delusional optimism, I think, is a prerequisite. Jeff Bezos, for 10 years, being cash flow negative, saying, look, as long as we can hit these targets, we're going to have everything that we wanted. Delusional optimism. Now, being pragmatic means, what does it take to actually become a successful trader? You're going to have to give up all the bullshit. You're going to have to stay as sharp as possible. You're going to have to be clear-headed. You're going to have to work on personal development. You're going to have to work on your emotional maturity. You're going to have a clearly defined edge. You're going to have a clearly defined trading plan that protects you from both the risk, the downsides, the upsides, all of it. So pragmatic means that there is a clear path on how to get there. How do you get a six-pack? Well, eat better, work out better, have a specific and strict regimen, and then have a long time horizon. If you can do that, that's how you get a six-pack. What's the chances I get a six-pack, in 6 months? Not that high. What if I commit every fiber of my being to it and I do all the right things? Yeah, it's possible. There's a delusional optimism there. So in order to defy any odds, you have to be a little bit delusional and you have to be optimistic. But if you're just delusionally optimistic and you don't have any pragmatic plan on how to get there, pragmatism means a logical set of actions or a logical set of perspectives that'll get you exactly what you want. So you have to be both. That's how to balance it. Okay. I'm serious, not curious. Love it. Well, you got to be both. Curiosity will get you rich. Thank you for taking time to pour into all the knowledge. No problem. Buy low, sell high. It's that simple. All right. Might have missed a re-entry right here on the double bottom. I'm going to take this buy position on NAS100. I know I'm having a bit of a late entry, but I think this is one of the better opportunities price-wise to get in today. Stop loss below the lows. My risk here. Oh, hell no. That's about half. It's about 0.5% risk. I'm not doing that. It's a Friday. I'm already having a great week. And I want to save some ammo in case the market starts to pull back just a little bit more. So I'll have some more ammo to be able to get in. So that was great. Thank you so much for the wisdom, for sure. Let's check the news. We're pushing peace, people. We're pushing peace. I'm trying to be a better person every day. And the only way to do that is we gotta be pushing peace. No more slight digs. No more. Fuck, dude, I was so close. I'm gonna have a problem. I don't know. I was just about to light somebody up for no reason. Right? So I promised people that I would stop saying disrespectful shit. Right? Like I would never again call somebody a used Mali salesman and that's what they look like. They sell puppies outside of Petco. I would never say some wild shit like that. All right? So I'm not going to. I would never say that I've seen 17,000 giveaways on Twitter and not a single fucking free trade idea. All these guys want to yap about providing value to the industry and you're not providing value to the industry. And it's like the 18 millionth giveaway on Twitter and not a single free trade idea called. I'm not going to say stuff like that anymore because I'm pushing peace. You guys understand me? I'm not going to go to war with the prop firm industry. I meant that one. I'm good. I got enough problems on my hands. I'm pushing peace. What if we purchase tickets to the FX Summit? May that be a qualifier to be part of the group chat? First off, Christine, that's a good question. And I think what we can do is give you discounted access to the masterclass or the coaching. If you have a ticket and vice versa, if you're a Chart Addicts member, we have a discount for you for the FX Summit because we want to see our people there. You guys have taken the courses, you've taken the classes, and you're winning with us. Christine, the reason why we don't want to give people free access is I want people to take this strategy that I'm teaching seriously. Every single one of you that took a master class last year, you might not have realized it. Some of you have definitely realized it. You're sending me the messages. Some of you have not realized this, but you are so far ahead because it does take months to get this stuff down. And you started so long ago that you have built momentum in the right direction. Everybody else who is watching these streams and learning, but really does not understand the strategy, you're still not at the place where you're affecting your life in the most beneficial way. I want you to focus on that first, and then let's talk Summit. And then let's talk about getting you on the world tour. And then let's talk about getting you in the group chat. But first things first, you got to have a strategy down that you know is going to work for you. And that's my priority. He says, do a Summit tour. I don't know where you've been, but we're definitely doing a world tour. The first stop on the world tour is Puerto Rico. Let me know, do we have any Puerto Ricans in the chat today? Where's all my Puerto Ricans? Let me see. We're bringing a few Spanish speakers with us. And so it's going to be absolutely fireworks going into the World Tour. How are you doing, bro? I used your strategy today on US 30 and had a great day. 2 wins and the third one still going in profit. I will post a screenshot in the Discord now. Ken, that's what I love to see. Good stuff. Yes, sir. Got the masterclass. I'm very interested into buying a ticket for the FX Summit. Mario, shoot us an email. You already know we're going to look out for you, brother. And if you guys have finished the masterclass, finished the final exam, got your certificate, but you have not gotten access to the VIP group chat, please reach out to us ASAP so we can get you that 1 month for free. We have Diego Salum saying Acho Puñeta. Bro, I really hope I didn't just say a bad word. What did I just say? What did I just say out loud? I feel like he just made me say something bad. We got Kevin throwing up Puerto Rican flags in here. Kevin, I'm gonna see you there. Walter said, I remember that selling puppies. Walter, you see how much trouble I fucking cause with that shit, dude? These people wake up every single day and think about me. Every day they're in comment sections, they're in my DMs, they start new accounts. This individual has started over 10 brand new accounts with 0 followers, 0 posts, nothing. Just a comment and be in the DMs off that one fucking comment I made. This is why pushing peace is the way to go. Right? Yeah, what did I just say, guys? What does Acho Puñeta mean? Because I feel like that definitely sounds like a bad word. Come on. Gabe says, yo, Roy, count me in for PR. Gabe, I'm gonna need your help, brother. Trust me, your front lines. People are gonna be talking, people like this are gonna be making me say bad words. I'm gonna have to look at you and be like, Gabe, what did I just say, bro? Am I gonna be, bro? Yo, y'all are fucking with me, man. Somebody translate this ASAP before I kick this guy out of the fucking chats. Because puñeta means fuck. Oh, that's crazy, bro. What? That's nuts. All right, I'll beef with used Molly salesmen. I'm not beefing with the Puerto Ricans, brother. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there are not too many cultures that scare me. The Dagestanis, the Russians with the Abraham Lincoln beard, if they have the cauliflower ear and the Abraham Lincoln beard, they scare me. They definitely scare me. The Russians, scary people. Puerto Ricans, some of the sweetest, some of the most hospitable people I've ever met. All right, we were driving. They invited us inside. They invited us in to have some food with them because the car broke down. Sweetheart of a people. I've also met some people in some unsavory places that I'm not going to go into detail about, and they were serious. The Puerto Ricans, they got serious about this shit. He says puñeta means gay. All right, now you guys are just fucking with me. This acho is like a boy, and puñeta is like a bad word. Yeah, fuck. All right, you know what? It's nothing bad. It's just a Puerto Rican saying, Diego. If you don't translate this shit in the next 30 seconds, I'm kicking everybody off the stream. Everything is. I'm never streaming again. I will not be out here calling myself all types of shit at you guys' expense. Any cauliflower ear look means respect. Well, then again, I mean, our boy Bryce, I don't think our boy Bryce has cauliflower ear right now, but that boy is definitely a lethal weapon. All right? Just remind me to stop talking shit to Bryce because it's all fun and games when we're kickboxing, right? Oh, Roy, let's do 2 rounds. This is what I know Bryce is going to say. Bryce, if you watch this and know this, right? You're going to pull a Mighty Mouse versus Raw Tang on me. You're going to want to do the first round Muay Thai, second round MMA. In the second round, I'm going to get, knocked unconscious or I'm going to break my leg or something. So not everybody you don't have to have cauliflower ear to be a lethal weapon. Some people got it like that. The dispensaries are lit in Puerto Rico. I'm not going to say what I'm about to say next on camera because, this is recorded. But trust me, I ain't worried about no dispensaries out there in Puerto Rico. All right, none of y'all want to translate that for me. I'm turning off the comments. That's it. We're done. Oh, would you look at that? Look at this gap right here. I don't like this gap. That was a news gap. Ladies and gentlemen, protect your trades. I just realized news just dropped. And even though I think news is going to go in our favor, I still don't want to sit here with an open risk on Friday like this, feeling exposed. Okay? It seems like he's just going through it. Like, bro, said Bryce is a sleeper. Yeah, Kevin, just because he's such a nice guy. Like, it's always the nice guys, man. It's always the guys that you're like, yo, this person's got a good heart. He's very empathetic. He's like really, really just one of the sweetest guys. And then, boom, both of your legs grab, snapped in half like a fucking baseball bat. Now you're like, what? How? Where does that even come from? How do you even pull that out? I'm getting the worst fucking emails, bro. I'm gonna just burn my phone, bro. This is ridiculous. Says Acho is a slang term in Puerto Rico that's used as conjunction. First off, Mike just gave me the linguistic breakdown. Yo, Mike, shout out to you, bro, because I was getting frustrated here. Acho is a slang term in Puerto Rico that's used as a conjunction to bridge between thoughts. It's derived from the Spanish word muchacho, which means boy. Puñeta is a Puerto Rican slang word that's used as an expression of anger or frustration. It has no literal translation, but resembles puñet, puñetazo. Well, that sounded Italian. I'm not gonna, which means punch. Puñeta can also be used as an interjection to mean damn it. So it seems like he's just going through it. Mike, I love you, bro. That was rock solid, and I appreciate you for stepping up and giving me some linguistic breakdown because that shit was gonna get me all day. All right, let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, market is coming back and a break even just got hit. I'm going to give this thing a second because I am still bullish on NAS100. I just want to see if it's going to come back down to this entry price or if it's just doing a retest 50% here before it flies. Either one is valid. I'm going to layer a trade here, which means I'm going to put a very, very small entry at the top. And then as the market retraces, I can enter a bigger position. But that way, if the market leaves the station before we have a chance to get in, I can at least have my foot in the door and not feel like I got to chase the market or anything. The best place to enter a trade, obviously, is the lows, right? We always want the wick entry. If you don't get to catch the lows, my second favorite entry, which is the one I took on US 30 yesterday, is the move back above the floor of the day. So you already have support getting formed here. Support, 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 broke under, came back above, and then retested. This is one of the best areas to catch a trade, in my opinion. And if we look at the US 30 position from yesterday, hopefully I didn't get closed out. Let's look at the daily real quick. No, this is not the idea. Oh, it was on NASDAQ, sorry. On NASDAQ, here we go. So I didn't miss it. I had the original trade at the wick, and then the market hit my break even. And so the next best trade opportunity for me was on the break back above the daily floor. So as the market broke back above and then started to retest this area, I entered a buy position right here. Same exact thing is happening, but on a smaller time frame. So we already have the break of this area of structure, the support level. We violated through and then came back to retest. Now we can just hold that position to the upside. All right, good stuff. Now just some patience, and then let's see if we can hedge ourselves out of this. I like the 1 hour candle closure. Wow, that Michigan forecast was 70, but the actual is 78.8. Let's take a look. Preliminary consumer sentiment. All right, so consumer sentiment is way stronger than expected, but I think this is something that we already know. Okay? This is something that we already know. We just saw last week that retail sales came out way stronger than expected. That's showing us that the resilience of the US consumer is still here. I was talking to Bob Elliott about this yesterday on Twitter, and we're like, the Fed has missed their inflation target for about 5 years. Okay, if they keep going until 2025, they're going to have missed their inflation target by 5 years in a row. That's unheard of. And so we were thinking about why that might be. And I think that the Fed did not expect consumer demand to be this strong. They thought that everybody would start panicking and they would stop buying stuff at the stores just off the fear of a recession. But instead, what happened is that the market, like the US consumer, is still buying, sentiment is still strong, retail sales are still high. And that shows that the US consumer is not worried about a recession or losing their job, and they will continue to spend. Why is that a problem for the Fed? It's the strong consumer sentiment and strong retail sales is not good for markets, and it's not good for the Fed because prices cannot come down if people keep spending. Prices only come down when there's no more buyers in the market, and that a retailer has to drop the prices in order to incentivize people to get back in the market. You go to the grocery store and you see lemons for $5 a pop. Now, bro, nobody buying lemons. And so as soon as we stop buying lemons, the store has to drop the price in order to get us back in the store. And so I think that the Fed grossly underestimated the US consumer and the resilience of the US economy. And that's why inflation, I think, is going to be here a little bit longer than expected. Guys, I really have to run to the bathroom. If the market retests the 88.6, I would be in that entry. I'm going to be right back just so I don't miss this trade. I'll be right back. I can make that one quick. All right, we're back. FTMO closed my gold long at the news. They don't want people to trade news. Do you have a swing account or standard? If it's a swing trading account, you'll be good. All right, we're coming back down for a better entry. I'm really just waiting for. Actually, this is it. This is going to be a pretty good entry here. And let me adjust my stop loss because this is way too close to the wick. I just moved my stop loss lower. Just the low of that impulse. So we have a break, retest, and then I'm hoping that price continues to create a higher floor here. Okay. If we don't create a higher floor and we fill to the bottom of this area, just keep filling, then sellers will probably take over today. This is going to be one of those Friday retracement or Friday reversal kind of scenarios, and I'll just let the market go. I'm not going to keep trying to force longs or switch my bias to shorts or anything like that. All right, let's see how this plays out. I thought you were going to miss it. Never that. Says Puerto Rico probably smoking Blockwork, bro. You said Blockworks? Ain't that a crypto company? That's fucking hilarious. No, no, never that. I used to miss trades all the time, but that's why I stopped trading on the 5 minute and the 1 minute and all that shit. Because then if you leave for a second, you just miss the whole trade. With 30 minute and 1 hour trades, you can you can hang out, you can miss it. Yeah, you can miss an entry, it will come back. Are you trading US 30 again? I know you want to. No, no. I explained to everybody we're in the middle of the range. right? Bottom of the ranges, top of the ranges. I love, like, this is my favorite pattern where you have massive impulse coming in. A floor gets formed, reaccumulation. Reaccumulation means that the market is picking up more orders and more liquidity before the next push. We have a break and retest, 88.6. This one was just too good for me to ignore. But now that if we look at the range, we're right at neutrality now. We're in the middle. That means it's neither a buyer or a seller zone, and I'd much rather only trade at the extremes. So this is my personal strategy. You guys know this, but that's what I'm looking at. Let me keep my eye on NASDAQ. Would you look at that? All right, let me explain something about hedging real quick while this trade is in the middle. So right now the trade is in the middle between my two entries. The bottom entry is floating about $80 and the top entry is floating about negative 45. If I was unsure about this trade, what I could do is close both and still be in profits. Now, if I had put the same position size, which is 5 lots at the top and then 5 lots at the bottom, that would not be an option for me because then I would be in an equal amount of drawdown and profits. So the importance of scaling is that you always want to put the higher position, the worst entry, always go lower, always go lighter. If you get a better opportunity, you got to go a bit heavier. Okay. Just understand your total risk on these two trades. So this one says $170. This one here says $129. Total is about $300 of risk, is 0.3%. You guys understand? So I'm not entering positions with like 500 risk and then another 500 risk and then another 500 risk. I'm trying to split up the $500, that 0.5%, amongst the different orders that I enter. Cool. So that's the thing about hedging, is that you can always kind of get yourself out of a bad entry as long as you know where to enter and where to expect the rejections based on the higher time frame reaction zones. Gotta go, Roy. Thanks again. Great day. Right back at you. Two-step. I'm gonna catch you around, my bro. Crush it today. Yep. Said sells at the 786 were beautiful. And I bet they were, Bryce. Bryce, I was just talking you up earlier, bro. I was saying that you're a lethal weapon, but you're also a great guy. I want you guys to know that Bryce is that dude. Everybody on the team is that dude. We got absolute beasts on this team. I know T crushes gold almost daily. I know we have Gali that just hopped in here. Our team is rock solid. We have Jacob Betham, absolute killer when it comes to NASDAQ. I speak Spanglish. Leave it to the guy that's I speak Spanglish to translate this. He said it basically means damn it when you're mad about something, but in a Puerto Rican version. What would you be mad about, Diego? All I said was I'm coming to your city and we're gonna go shut it down the right way. Do free classes for trading. My guy says, damn it. Roy, would you ever run a marathon? As a personal challenge, yes. But bro, that shit sounds so ass. Like that's probably why I have to do it, because it's good to do things that you're uncomfortable with. Brother, I'm Lebanese, and not like the athletic kind of Lebanese. Like Lebanese people are not known for running. My hips, the back, my knees and shit. My family lineage is, look at my uncles, bro. Nobody was built for running. So I do it because I fucking hate it. That's why I run every morning. But I'll run like half a mile. I'm not running no fucking marathons and shit. That's some James Storm's kind of paladin activity, you know?
You saying you skip leg day?
Yo, son, bro, I really liked it better. I really liked it better when you were watching on the YouTube. Oh shit, here we go. No, and I did not skip leg day. All right, I take my proportion very seriously.
All right, I'll be nice today. I'm
But
sorry to come off the bat so abrupt.
so aggressive, bro. I mean, two can play at that game, Golly, if you really want to go for it.
I know.
But
That's
yeah,
why that's why I come for you specifically. I'm not a bully, you know.
hey man, it kind of feels like it sometimes. Yo, put a one in the chat if Gali should stop bullying me in my on my own streams, man. This is getting crazy. I just come out here, I'm trying to provide some value, I'm trying to be useful, right? I'm out here catching wick entries on a daily basis. Yo, so my original trade is now in break even. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close out that trade. And I'm going to hold the better of the two entries. Now that lower entry, the wick is floating about $100, like 0.1%. I'm going to wait for the push up, and then I'm going to have to protect this trade. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to protect this trade now. Happy Friday. Why do we protect trades? Because this is a luxury that is awarded to Forex traders and to CFD traders that most other kinds of traders like options and futures folks and even stock, like just straight up spot stock traders, they don't have that same luxury. So protecting the trade leaves us with zero downside and plenty of upside. So right now, if this trade wins, just to make it back up to the highs, it's about $380. So that's like 0.38, like 0.4% almost. And then there's zero risk on the table. This is how I like to spend. This is how I like to protect my account on Fridays. I'm looking at the smaller time frames though on the 15-minute, and it kind of looks like it wants to come down for one more. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then the 3 kind of closed a little bearish, even though the body of the candle closed above the lows. I think we might be due for just one more wick, but we'll let the market decide that. Perfect re-entry price though. The Reed Booth says, Wick boys says, bring back bullying in 2024. Let's not do that. You said, bro just came for your neck with the leg day hit. He woke up on the wrong side. Bro, no. Imagine I sit here and start flexing my legs on a fucking live stream. Let me calm down before I get out of character. All right, we're pushing peace. That's what we're doing. I'm trying to be a better person, and you guys are trying to drag me back into the mud. I will not roll in the mud with the pigs. All right. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna catch my wick entries. I'm gonna mind my business.
Hey man, calling me a pig is just crazy. All right, I came for your legs, bro.
Bro, I didn't call you a pig. I said anybody that's trying to drag me into that mode, anyone that's trying to drag me back into being that kind of person. And that's not, I'm not even calling them say about pigs roll in the mud. They want me to roll in the mud with them. What else can I call them? If the shoe fits, right? Like I was just saying a generalized statement. Shoe fits, bro. Fuck. Like,
All right, truce. Yeah, I'm waving the white flag. That was a nice trade, right? Yeah.
so 3 minutes in, my boy's already waving the surrender flag. Isn't that crazy? If the shoe fits. See, that's probably how I should start talking, right? I should stop calling out people by name because I feel like this is only gonna make my life more hassle-some. But if I just say, yeah, I mean, like imagine like a prop firm that doesn't pay people out and makes excuses on why they broke this one rule that's hidden on the 17th page of their terms and conditions. I would never call out them by name, but I'm just saying if the shoe fits, that's how you use that. What 886? Relook at the 17,045 on FTMO close 90% and leaving a runner. I'm late to the party, but I'm currently in US 30 buys. Bryce, got you. Well, which one of y'all D-gens was calling for that 440 something level? Which one was it? Who was it? Which one of you was it? Lessman. It was Lessman, ain't it? Good call, Lessman. Great call, bro. That's how it's done. Consolidation, push up, push down, retest. Now it might come down for one more retest of the 886, so just be mindful of that. It's not like a smooth sailing kind of deal. But that was a great catch. So was this. All right, can you guys say another day? Can you guys just put another day, another wick in the comments section? Or if you took the trade, call out your entry, or just put something that gives me an idea of who took the trade, who didn't take the trade. Just give me something. Lessman, good stuff. Luke, awesome stuff. Bobby's already sharp. Bobby said, I already took it at 17,045. The fact that we're in the 17,000s is playing with my head. I thought you typed that on wrong. You said 1745 on FTMO. You close 90% and you're leaving a runner, bro. That's what I'm talking about, Bobby. That's what I'm talking about, man. Dude, your entry is right here. Jesus, bro. Yo, W Bobby, bro. W Bobby. That's what I'm talking about, my boy. Yes, Lessman and Luke, let's go. Mike got the money bag emoji, took the trade, just tagged you on IG. David, I appreciate that, brother. Look at that. Look at that. It's showing some support. Another day, another wick. US 30 entry for Lessman is 37,467. Awesome stuff. Jeffner said 1744 on NAS. Damn. Bianca got 1752. Good stuff. This thing's not looking too hot, though, people. We're having a little bit of trouble breaking this 38. We're having a little bit of trouble breaking this 38. Make sure your trade is protected. Ooh. That candle's not looking too hot. What's the chances we push down to the 88.6 first? Gotta wait and see, I guess. All right, this is what patience is for. I'm gonna let the market do its thing. We started off this entire call talking about controllables versus uncontrollables. We can't control if the market respects levels, if it keeps going or not. Only thing we can control is where we put our entry, how we manage the trade using proper risk management and protecting the trade. And if we make those good decisions, that's the only thing that we can be held responsible for. Whatever the market wants to do, the market's clearly going to do its thing. But we have full control over the position sizing and then over the entry that we get. I didn't catch this, but got in US 30 buys at 37,480. Awesome stuff. Another day, another wick, says TGIP. Good morning. TGIP, what's it like? Do you have a real name? Will I be calling you GIP and TGIP? I just don't. Like, what is a preferred nickname or something? Reed says, I'm in this trade literally on the way to hit legs. Bro, are you trying to talk shit too? Golly, what did you start, bro? In case you guys don't know, I used to get bullied for my legs, right? I used to have pretty big upper body, as you guys can see, right? But unproportional lower body. They'd be like, oh, Roy skips legs. Oh, Roy doesn't hit legs. And they used to make fun of me. I used to be in group chats with the boys and they would cook me all day, right? They would see something on the floor. They would see like a chopstick or something. They'd be like, oh, look, found Roy's legs just hanging out on the table, right? Disrespect. I've worked on these puppies. They're rock solid. Also, I've been kickboxing for a long time. My shins are basically made of steel.
Hey, kudos to Reed in a winning trade. Shout out to Roy for calling out that trade and on his way to hit legs, getting those gains in. Well done, brother.
Wow.
Sounds like you're having a great Friday.
You are, yeah. Wow. I was bracing myself, Golly. I was bracing myself. So I thought there was definitely a dig in there somewhere. Come on. We're pushing peace early this morning, and now I'm just trying to be pushing pips to get this Friday rock solid. So I've decided I'm going to go with a few different prop firms here because another way to diversify your risk is to split up your challenges across different firms. And so one of the firms that I'm going to be trying out is Top Step to do options or whatever, or not options, futures. I said options. To do futures. And then I'll be doing Skilled Funded Trader just to see what they're about, to give their platform a review in front of the world. Let's see what they got going on. Happy Friday, people. We finally got some good weather here in Florida. I'm happy. Living the dream. Okay, let me see what we got here. It says Friday leg day, got to hit him. All right, Reed. Good stuff, man. That's my nickname, T-Jit, not GIP, but my first name is Taylor. Okay, got you. We got a person, we got a guy on our team named his nickname is T. So I can't throw out too many T's out here. Now everyone's confused. Started the 10K challenge on the wrong foot. Now I'm back. Build back better. Alexandru, I was down over 8% on the FTMO challenge. And then, like, kind of midway through, I realized that they had stopped taking US clients. So this was my last chance to add on more capital. And I started stressing. Now I'm up over 5% on this account from negative 8%. Floating equity is almost 6% up, but the balance is about 5.2%. Okay, hashtag build back better. I'm going to secure partial profits on all these trades. And I'm very likely to close some of these additional trades going into the weekend. Hashtag building back better. Another day, another wick. It's tough. You got to double down sometimes and just refocus. I heard SFT is good with payouts, but their broker is meh. I mean, they're using the same exact brokers as the funded trader. They got Think Markets and Purple Trading. And I actually did the what's it called? The funded trader challenge live in front of everybody. And we just kept getting hit with latency. We kept getting hit with freezes. Like there was the worst shit that happened to me was I was in a trade on the smaller time frame, and then the broker would just freeze. Like imagine there was resistance, and I was entering right at the resistance with a healthy stop loss above. The server would freeze, and then there would be and then it would come back, and there'd be a massive wick that just took me out of my trades, and then the market would be right back at the entry. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? And I swear to you, this is at 3 in the morning. I re-entered this trade like 5 or 6 times. And then every time I would set a higher stop loss because I'm like, okay, this is the top wick. They're not going to keep doing the same thing. It would freeze, come back, massive wick, and the body was sitting right here. And I'm looking at all the other brokers and all the other platforms I'm using, and none of them had the same issue. This happened 5 or 6 times. By the time the move actually played out and it dropped, I should have been up 4%. But instead, I had lost 5% of the account, just taking 1% risk on every trade. And that was one of those things that completely turned me off from that platform. That was just one of those, like, it was heart-wrenching, it was sickening. And at the same time, I was dealing with issues on another broker that I'm not going to mention and give them clout. But like it really pissed me off. Like it just kept happening and kept happening. And I would tell myself, all right, they can't do it again. I started screen recording the whole thing. I have screen recordings of the whole shit. And so I reached out to their team before I took it to social media. Because that's how I operate as a man. I always want to go get the full story before I just run and start running my mouth. And so I went and talked to the people from that team, and they're like, oh, it just happens. Oh, there's nothing we can do. Oh, it's our liquidity providers. And that's when I got pissed. Your job as a broker or a prop firm is to vet these companies to make sure that they have the best platform for your clients to use. And if you're not giving us that courtesy, then come on. He said, show them legs, Roy. Bro, no. All right. I'm about to go kickboxing in a little bit. Probably later today, once I have a bunch of shit to get down. I have a bunch of shit to get done, but I'll shoot some videos to you guys of me sparring if you guys want to see. I'll get these Muay Thai shirts on. Let them see the legs. Pause. That's unfortunate as fuck. I'd be heated. Funded Engineer has been beautiful to me personally. I've heard good things about Funded Engineer. I'm using Purple Trading pretty good till now. So between Think Markets and Purple Trading, what do you guys think? Because I know some of you guys have used both. Between Purple Trading and what's the other one? And Think Markets, which one is better for indices? Says they probably do it on purpose, bro. Of course they do. Guys, if I really like, I'm not here to start more beef, but You know, I'm waiting. Like the prop firm space is very tough to navigate. I'm gonna be honest. Like I've looked at the laws, I've looked at the regulation, and this is not an easy game for these folks to be in. And so I do have a little bit of sympathy here for the operators of these companies, and I do want to give them some grace to be able to solve these problems because I know they're tough. But some of the shit that these guys are doing is so unbelievably shady. So I don't want to get on here and start talking shit about these different firms because I know that they are trying at least to build something that is going to be sustainable. So I really want to give them that chance. If I wanted to start calling out the prop firms, guys, it'd be a bad day. It'd be a very bad day. So I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I will be trading. Here's like my way of just doing things fairly is I'm going to trade the account in front of everybody. So that way you can see the execution. You can see the latency, you can see the freezes, you can see the BS. And then when I make money and I pass these challenges and I get the payout, if they refuse to pay me out after you guys have seen me trade the account from start to finish and they refuse a payout, it's going to be very clear to us what side they're on. And that's something I will not accept. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, but you guys get the drill. Yo, y'all are crazy. He says, I'm going to start eating trend bologna sandwiches to get the legs bigger. I'm not going to get bullied by golly. My boy is ready to run on the PEDs as opposed to getting fucking roasted by golly who has a GED. This is crazy. This is just nuts. I just needed something to fit, golly. I know you have a bachelor's degree, bro. Don't even say it. Don't even correct me. All right? Okay? Let's just pretend you have a GED for the sake of this joke, okay? All right? Just fucking that kind of sounds like a band. It kind of sounds like the people I hang out with at the just PEDs and GEDs everywhere. Love it.
Hey
Can't have
man,
a better gym environment than that.
nothing wrong with a GED.
Absolutely nothing wrong with a GED.
Shout
You
out to
can,
all my people that finished school.
yo, dead ass. And shout out to my people who didn't finish school and chose a different path for their life. Everybody got to make their own decisions.
As long as you're productive to society.
Bingo. Man, golly, but you're a gem when you're not bullying people, man.
Yeah. This rare moment that you guys just saw is why me and Roy are friends, by the way. As much as we butt heads, we do have a common view on life.
We do. That view is no excuses, personal responsibility and accountability, being competent in everything that you do, and not making excuses instead of being solution oriented. So there's a lot of similarities between everybody in our group. The rest of it is we're just a motley crew of fucking. It's just this is the band. Said my man, I love hearing your voice. All right, let's chill out a little bit. People talking about my legs and shit, talking about how they love me hearing my. Let's take a step back.
It's getting mad intimate today.
It's like, nah. Sam Kazi been bad supportive. Sam, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. I think Purple Trading have bigger commissions from what I remember. Now we're not going off memory here. I gotta know. I tried both. I like Purple Trading. Why do you like it better? They probably do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. Let's just be honest here. Let's be real. Ah, I actually can't be 8 cap with the symbol purple. Damn. Yeah, I got a problem with 8 cap too. They might be at the summit, but let's be real. I'm pushing Forex.com. I'm pushing Oanda. I'm pushing Black Bull. Right? I'm pushing Pepperstone. I'm pushing P. I'm pushing Pepperstone. I don't know if I'm pushing 8 cap. They have the word cap in the name. That's all there is. I use Think Markets MT4 on top tier. Awesome stuff. How do you like top tier's platform? That's when I'm said no, I meant positively, not sexually. Just good to hear your voice because you're so positive, bro. Sam, I appreciate you, bro. I was just giving you some shit. Because it's funnier to make somebody feel gay about a nice comment than it is to acknowledge it, right? Because it's hard for me to take compliments. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Ken says 8 cap or 8 crap. Nah, just 8 cap is good enough. They have the word cap right in their name. Says no, not the trend baloney. Yeah, I'd be scared, bro. Bryce is already a lethal weapon as a natural. My boy starts getting on a trend baloney, bro. He's gonna be fucking just walking around like, I caught the US 30 trade. Oh shit, bro. Yeah, you caught it. You caught it. Fuck, man. My bad. You guys ever seen that the Family Guy episode where Stewie just gets massive and he starts bullying Brian? That's how Bryce is gonna treat me. All right? It's gonna be fucked up. You gotta use a Panda prop firm. A Panda prop firm? Chris, I'm gonna give you a second to fix that one because my head hurts. Okay, honestly, it was rough when I first got the account last May. They went through a lot of different brokers, but it's been stable for a while now. Yeah, let's be real, we can't really go at anybody for all these changes because nobody is safe. Not a single firm has been able to maintain their broker relationships or their MT4 license throughout this Armageddon. And if you guys think about the state of, so FTMO's CEO, Ottokar Suffner, was just speaking at IFX Expo in Dubai, and he was explaining why they made the choice to stop taking US clients. And from his words is that they're not under investigation. Not that he would ever actually admit that shit, because obviously it's just going to be bad for business. They said it was a preventative measure to avoid, really just because the US regulatory environment is so unclear.
Just like usual, right? Yeah.
So the way I'm looking at this is, I think a lot of other, because if they're doing it because they're not in trouble, but they're just trying to get ahead of the regulatory environment, I think a lot of other prop firms will follow. And so I am being very mindful of this, which is like, and the thing is, the prop firms have so much money that if they really wanted to be something positive for the industry and they all wanted to band together to litigate and then to actually make their case so that they can bring on positive regulation, I think that would be their best chance of actually building this industry forward. The reason that we do the FX Summit is because IML damn near ruined what it means to be a Forex trader. And the stigma is so bad that we had to recreate it from scratch. And so by bringing everyone together and putting up our own funds and risking everything and really just trying to bring the biggest names in Forex together with the retail crowd, together with these startup companies, I think that we're doing a positive by, I don't know, just bringing Forex back to the positive light, especially in the States. Now, the prop firms have an obligation here because they have the cash flow, because they have the lawyers, and because they're on the front lines to actually help bring in regulation in the right way. But I also can't blame them for just saying fuck it and going overseas, because Coinbase tried that and they ended up getting in a massive lawsuit with the SEC. XRP tried that. They ended up getting in a massive lawsuit with the SEC. So I don't blame the prop firms for not stepping up, but if I was in their shoes, I already know which route I would be taking. It says trading indices on Think Markets is hell. The commission they take is huge. Purple has 0 commissions. That's all I needed to hear. 0 commissions, because you guys know I'm in and out. I entered 2 trades today. I'm going to enter the 3rd one to hedge myself out. Now I don't want to get robbed on the execution, because execution price does matter, but I also don't want to get rigged on commissions, because if you guys see, if I'd been getting charged commissions on FTMO with all the trading that I do, like I incurred about 100. So for $6,000 in profit, I only incurred about 200 in fees, and they were all swapped for holding trades through the session as runners. That's insane, guys. I made $12,000 on. Fuck, should I even name the broker? Fuck it, no. Okay, push and peace. I made $12,000 on a broker, and I had to pay like 8 grand in commissions on those trades. Now I was scalping currencies, and currencies, like, they really started to add up. And I was also in and out of a lot of my index trades, my NASDAQ trades, and I realized this strategy, not the like price action and the technical entry, but the execution strategy that I use is platform specific. If you get on a platform that has high commissions, you can't go in and out, in and out, in and out. It's going to cost you. If you're on a platform that has shitty execution, you can't scalp wick entries. You have to accept that you're going to get a bad entry. So I think that's a big key here, is really understanding the platform you're using and then adjusting the strategy accordingly so that you can, not get rigged on the fees here. Well, would you guys look at that? Another day, another wick entry. I'm securing partial profits. We're breaking through that TP2. just to take something off the table. Okay, a winning day is a winning day, regardless of how much money it is. People want to pretend like, oh, you only made 300 bucks, you only made 500 bucks, you only made $100. That's not, isn't that? It doesn't fucking matter. Most people are losing money in this game. To even walk away profitable is the goal. You are ahead of 99.9% of traders if you literally can just walk away profitable. And so I want to urge all of you to stop getting distracted by the big numbers that you guys are seeing on social media, which are making you unhappy with the profits that you're making. And instead prioritize just ending the day with wins. Because if you do $200 a day and you keep doing that, by the end of the week, you have 800 bucks. By the end of next week, you got 1,600. By the end of the month, you made $3,200. That's more money than most of you have made in trading. So instead of going for the $500 days, the $1,000 days, and you're like, oh, it's not enough, not enough, not enough. And so instead, you end up losing that day because you're trying to force big numbers. Instead, just walk away with blues. Walk away with blues and keep doing that and just watch your life change. You're like, oh no, you got to hold your trades, bro. 5 to 1, 10 to 1, R&R. Yeah, those people don't make money, man. The smart money concept people like that are going for the 1 to 10, 1 to 50 trades. It's like, brother, that's not how you make money. 1 to 2 and 1 to 3 trades is how you can consistently pull money out the markets. Now, I know some people with great R&R strategies, and technically speaking, the strategy on the NASDAQ entry, usually 3 to 1 or more. But we take partial profits, and so we never really hit 3 to 1. We're going 1 to 1 and 2 to 1, bagging our trades and just keeping it pushing. And so, not financial advice. Obviously, do your own research, consult a professional. What is it, bro? I'm getting so many emails, bro. Gee, why are they saying the Google Ads account is paused? Oh, the advertiser identity had a deadline. What? Man, what in the Nikki Haley? You want me to send pictures of my passport and all this stuff, man? I hate that. And that's one thing I hate about these offshore brokers is how much they demand KYC. It's like, who are you KYCing me for, bro? You're not even regulated, bro. What the fuck are we talking about? And just another way to piss you off. They're hoping that if they keep pissing you off for weeks on weeks on weeks, then you just won't ask for a payout. It's like, nope, nope, nope. I'm getting my payout. This is Nikki Haley. Yeah, because you know how Nikki Haley wanted everyone to register on a government list to be online? Like you can't have an online username or a profile without registering in a government database. What kind of stupid shit is that? I hate the trolls and I hate the bots more than anybody. But imagine I'm out here so sensitive. I'd make people want to register on a registry to interact on the internet. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. What in the communist party is going on here? Sam says I'm $24 in profit. Good stuff. $500 a day will keep the 9 to 5 away. Well, you don't even need 500 a day. Most people in here are not making 500 a day at their job. Let's be real. 200 a day can keep the 9 to 5 away. Right? 1,000 a week can keep the 9 to 5 away. That could be 2 trades. 0.5%, 0.5%. Rack it up. Jess is asking for my fib settings. Jess, there's a lot that I'm willing to answer on these streams, but there are a few things that are specific to the strategy that I would prefer people take the masterclass, because explaining my Fibonacci strategy without context is only going to lose people money. And so I would much rather prefer that people take the NAS100 masterclass and get the full context on the strategy and just be able to use it from start to finish. I hope that wasn't like a dodgy answer, but I really... That's true. Reed said, I closed my position, hopping off, appreciate the stream, W Friday. Reed, go crush leg day and do an extra couple sets for me. Awesome stuff. All right, y'all. It's 10:45. We've been on here for about an hour and a half-ish. Please drop a like if you guys made money or if you learned something on this stream. And just to wrap up on the same theme that we started, I started off talking about the importance of the controllables versus uncontrollables. You guys can apply this to your daily life as well as trading. There are things that you have control over, and there are things that you genuinely do not have control over. If it's raining outside and you're missing something, you're missing an event, can you stop the rain? No. Why would you be mad at it? Why would you sit there and just be upset about something you have no control over? Can we control how fast the market moves? Not even close. Can we control if the market hits TP1 or TP2 or TP3? No, we do not. Only thing I can control is when I secure partial profits. The only thing I can secure is, or the only thing I can control is when to enter, how big to enter, how much to shave off, when to take partial profits, and when to protect my trade. Everything else is out of my hands. How fast it moves, how far it moves, if it comes back to entry 3, 4 more times, that is out of my control. As a beginner, it just looks like you got in your position at a random point. It seems random from the outside, maybe, but if you see something happening every day and you see a wick entry, wick entry, wick entry, at some point, do you not assume that there's a method to that madness and that there's a consistency to the way that we execute that's allowing us to have that success every day? So the answer is yes. Like a few times is coincidence, maybe it's luck. After enough times you see it, you gotta have to believe that there's a method to the madness. Jess said it's a little dodge, but I understand. May you drop your link? Jess, it's actually in the description below. It's the first link in the description. And I want to give you guys a promo code to use. Do we have a 30% promo code, Gali?
We'll get one created.
Yeah, I think we already have one. I'm trying to release something right now before we hop off the stream. To everybody who made it to the very end, I appreciate you. Please drop a like in the description, or please drop a like on the video before you head out. It'd mean the world to me. And yeah. A little dodge, but I understand. Can you drop the link? Buy Bitcoin. I do like this. I do like this a lot. The 80, the fib strategy works on Bitcoin as well. In case you guys want to know, it works on freaking everything.
You guys can use code NAS30 for 30% off. NAS30.
This man Paul's crazy, brother. You know I'm on the live stream. I've been trying to get on the Zoom calls, but it's easier to do this while I'm bud tending. I made 250 on the stream. Thank you. Chris, you're a bud tender? In what state, brother? So I just made a new friend. Noah says W Golly. Yeah, Golly throwing out the promo codes. Now you guys are friends with him. And he was roasting my legs.
Noah, our #1 supporter.
Like your #1 supporter, bro. It's like, no, I'm fucking around. Noah, you know I appreciate you. If for whatever reason NAS comes back to the 88.6, would you re-enter? So we've already had a beautiful rejection, and sellers and buyers have already kind of fought over this zone. If it comes back to fill these wicks, so if we see a solid candle come down and then end up right at the 88.6, the most that I would expect is an 88.6 to 61 trade. If it's going to go bearish, it's going to flip from here. So if I do take this entry at the 70 or 1740, it would be a scalp, and I'd have to protect this thing quick, because this is where it's getting in a little bit of treacherous territory, where as soon as you already have a rejection up and then the market comes back to fill, that's usually a sign of a reversal. So because I've already made profits, because I'm already having a great week, I'm not going to re-enter that trade. But if it's right here, and if I see that rejection looking too attractive, this is the only trade I'd be interested in. 886. So the entry would be around 1740, and the take profit would be 1773. Bro, that's 33 points. I don't know. That's a tough one. Let's check the R&R on that. About a 1.6 to 1, 1.5 to 1. So it's not the worst thing. It's not the worst trade in the world. Oh, Chris said New Jersey. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk shit about New Jersey because some of the best food I've had in the past year was in New Jersey. I went and did a pizza tour in New York, and New Jersey has better pizza than New York. Who would have thought? I just pissed off a lot of people by saying that. But I think it's true. I think objectively, New Jersey has better pizza. I don't know. To me that's just a fact. Does anybody here
Be-
disagree?
Best pizza in the New York City metro area. For all my New Yorkers out there, Ruby Rosa Pizza.
Yo, you said one of the famous spots was overrated. G, which one was it?
John's of Bleecker, overrated.
Said John's of
Mid.
Liquor was trash.
Yeah, it wasn't trash. It was solid, but overrated.
Mid, damn.
Yeah.
What's the schedule for the masterclass like? So the schedule is typically 4 days. So it used to just be 3 days because I would cover the market, mindset, and money management. So the three M's. And then we added a fourth day because I realized that it's so much info packed into the 3 days. It's around 6 hours of class. And I know it's a lot. And even though we do have the final exam and we do have some of the checkpoint stuff, I know it's a lot of info. So we added a fourth day, which is like a final review where I put everything together again. And then we just do a Q&A for about an hour and a half where everyone's just asking questions. Now, everything is recorded. And so if you have work, if you have family, which hopefully a lot of you guys do, then you'll be able to catch the recordings at any time and be able to keep up with the class. Now, I'm telling you guys, the class is, I believe it's $500. And then with the 30% off code, I don't even know what it's going to come out to be. How many people made more than 300? So I think it's going to be around $300 or something. How many people have made more than $300 just on today's live stream? Did anybody make more than $300 just today? And let me actually make it even easier. Like, did anybody make more than 300 this week off these live streams? Same exact strategy that we're using, 886, break retest at the market open. Did anybody make more than $300 this week?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Oh, let's go. We got David is out here. What's up, David? Good to see you, bro. Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Roy. Thank you.
You crushing it? Are you at work or what's going on?
Just got out the gym.
Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm supposed to be taking a rest day, and the first thing I want to do is go and do some kickboxing. I need to get it together. My boy Chris Brown said he made 250 while he's at work. I like that. New Haven has the best though, Frank Pepe's. I did hear a lot of great things about Frank Pepe's. Noah said he made more than $300. Awesome stuff. Mario made more than 300. Beautiful stuff. Jeffner said that he banked $500 yesterday. All right, Jeffner said he banked more than $500 yesterday. Alex said that he made that yesterday. Lessman said I've made 10x. Okay, that's just crazy. It seems hella random, but that's why I had to take the master class. It was like magic. Yeah, guys, once you see behind the curtain, once you see this whole thing play out, you'll never go back. Like it takes a lot of the guesswork away. And that's really my goal with the master class is to take that guesswork away, to take the magic trick away from it and just to show you how it's done. And then once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Okay. Awesome stuff. I Speak Spanish said, yeah. Everybody making money, y'all. Drop a like on your way out, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great trading day. Obviously, another wick entry in the books, and I'm glad that everybody took some time to make it out and learn a thing or two and just engage. Wow, this thing is still pushing. Maybe we shouldn't be pushing P. Maybe we should be pushing pips instead. Maybe we should be pushing pips instead of pushing peace. This is crazy. Another day, another wick entry. Higher time frames sitting on wick entries on wick entries. Why do I even have to take profit on this? Take profit has been extended from like, look, how many wick entries are we sitting on right now? This is from 2 weeks ago called Live on the Stream. This is from Wednesday called Live on the Stream. This is from today called Live on the Stream. Catching higher time frame wick entries. Yeah, let's go. Chris Brown said 465 for the week. I love to see it. Ken said, and the beauty of this strategy is that you can apply it to other instruments too, like US30. Yeah, and we saw that yesterday. Hugo said, I made $6,000 on the funded account today. Hugo, send us an email, brother. Shoot us an email. Let me talk to you. That's awesome stuff. Damn. Walter said, yesterday alone paid for all of my classes. Walter, you know I love to see it. US30 is 25 points away from TP. If you guys took that US30 trade with Bryce or with Lessman, then we're sitting pretty close to TP here. What a fucking re-entry. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. What a re-entry right here. It just hit TP2 though, Bryce. TP1 was right here. TP2 is right here.
Yeah,
So-
I already shaved partials.
Okay, awesome stuff. Dude, look how perfect that rejection is. My God.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
My God. The strategy is just too good. All right, everybody. Crush it. Take it easy. Peace. All right, if you're watching this on